Hello everyone. For our presentation, we focused on a study that looked at trophic cascades in a formerly cod-dominated ecosystem. Trophic cascade is an ecological process that results in the removal of a species or trophic level, and this removal has large effects on species at all other trophic levels. So trophic cascade can be defined by top-down control of a community structure. This means basically that the top trophic level, meaning the highest predator, is in control of all other trophic levels in the community. So if a predator is removed, it affects structure of the community, indicating that the top trophic level controls the ecosystem. Trophic cascade helps us understand how to manipulate or manage exploited ecosystems. An exploited ecosystem shows either low species diversity, simple food webs, or small geographic size. In the study that we're presenting in our PowerPoint, it focused on the presence of a trophic cascade in the large eastern Scotian shelf ecosystem. This ecosystem is located in Nova Scotia, Canada, within the Atlantic Ocean. This is a large marine ecosystem which consists of large spatial scales, high species diversity, and food web complexity. The Scotian Shelf ecosystem contains 4 trophic levels. So trophic level 1 contains benthic fish species, including groundfish landings and biomass, as well as seal biomass. Trophic level 2 contains foraged base of benthic fish and seals, including small pelagic fish and benthic macroinvertebrates. Trophic level 3 includes big zooplankton as well as small zooplankton. Trophic level 4 contains phytoplankton as well as integrated nitrate. So this cascade meets requirements of top-down control. So with the first trophic level cascade, we see the collapse of large predators of smaller fish. So the collapse is within the benthic fish community. This makes up larger fish species like cod, flounder, the thorny and winter skate. And this collapse happened between the mid-1980s to the early 1990s. So this destroyed the role of larger predators in the ecosystem, which allowed small pelagic fish and benthic macroinvertebrates to thrive. So their populations increased as the benthic fish community decreased. And these populations mostly consisted of northern snow crab and northern shrimp. And we can see in the graph A, there's also an increase in gray seal populations. So as the cod populations decreased, gray seals benefited because they were able to freely feed on small pelagic fish and benthic invertebrates that were now thriving due to the loss of larger fish species. So some indirect effects of top-down control within this habitat included low abundance of plant-eating zooplankton. This is a direct correlation with the increase in pelagic fish and young shrimp and crab. So the zooplankton become prey to these species, and as they have increased due to the decrease of the larger fish species, the zooplankton have become more of a prey item. So as another indirect effect, there is a high abundance of phytoplankton, So their populations increased significantly in the 1990s and continuing on from that. So as a direct correlation with the decrease in the larger fish species. Chlorophyll levels also increased as a correlation to an increase in phytoplankton population, and low nitrate was also a correlation with the increased phytoplankton. And we have talked about in the previous slide how the seal population increased as the larger fish species like cod decreased. The pelagic fish and the benthic invertebrates became more abundant, therefore creating more of a food source for the seal population.